Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final episode of Smackdown before our second annual SummerSlam here on Universe Mode. And we're kicking things off, as always, with the 24/7 Championship. Oh ho ho! Well, this, ladies and gentlemen, is an interesting way to kick off SummerSlam. It appears the man who's going to challenge Kit Wilson for the 24/7 Championship is none other than a former WWE Champion. Shinsuke Nakamura is back. Of course, Shinsuke Nakamura, quite the Universe Mode career. Of course, the first ever men's Money in the Bank holder. Went on to cash in successfully early this year at the Royal Rumble on Jon Moxley to win the WWE Championship. Shinsuke Nakamura was drafted to SmackDown in this year's Universe Mode draft. Shinsuke Nakamura, sure, hasn't done a whole lot in recent months, but Nakamura could surely make up for lost time by winning the 24/7 Championship here tonight on SmackDown as Nakamura challenges Kit Wilson of Pretty Deadly for that prestigious belt. How amazing is it to see the King of Strong Style on the blue brand. Shinsuke Nakamura has a chance to win only his second overall Universe Mode Championship in his career, the 24/7 Championship. Nakamura, one of the greatest strikers we have to offer here in Universe Mode, as here comes the champion who won the title last week on SmackDown, of course accompanied by Tyler Breeze and Elton Prince of Pretty Deadly as well. Of course, Kit Wilson defeated the Celtic Warrior Sheamus last week on SmackDown to win the 24/7 Championship, thanks in part to his tag team partner Elton Prince. Then this past week on Monday Night Raw, Kit Wilson defeated Ludwig Kaiser of Imperium to retain that championship once again, thanks to his compatriots in Pretty Deadly. Now, Kit Wilson walks into his second defense in his 24/7 championship reign, and it's against someone with the credentials of Shinsuke Nakamura. Can this be the last time we see Kit Wilson as 24/7 champion? But there are the factors that are Tyler Breeze and Elton Prince at ringside. So here we go. What a way to kick off SmackDown 24/7 title. Shinsuke Nakamura ready for this opportunity at the 24/7 title. Kit Wilson holding that championship with pride. That is Kit Wilson's first overall championship in his Universe Mode career. But for Kit Wilson of Pretty Deadly, you could see the look in his face. He is nervous because across from him is a former world champion here in Universe Mode in Shinsuke Nakamura. The 24/7 Championship is on the line. Our only title match of the night, but it is still set to be an epic night here on SmackDown. Nakamura the challenger, Wilson the champion. Here we go, and of course in our main event, it'll be a dream match that nobody thought was possible, as AJ Styles will go one-on-one with Switchblade Jay White. Of course, all that in the wake of the United Empire and Bullet Club Gold rivalry that's been going on for the past number of weeks. We're also going to see the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Dudley Boys, in action as they issue an open challenge and a title eliminator match. And look at this. Kit Wilson in the early goings of this title defense is actually in control over Shinsuke Nakamura, which is quite shocking to see. But Nakamura always want to get back into a fight. We're also going to see Roman Reigns and Swerve Strickland go face to face before their epic world title match at SummerSlam Night 1. We're also going to see Tiffany Stratton go one-on-one with Becky Lynch. If Tiffany Stratton wins, she takes Charlotte Flair's spot in the Women's Iron Survivor, and instead of the Iron Survivor match being for the SmackDown Women's Championship, it'll be a #1 Contenders Iron Survivor match where the winner faces Charlotte Flair at Payback for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Meanwhile, Shinsuke Nakamura, the challenger, big shots. And of course, the Hardcore Champion main event Jey Uso will go and team up with one of his challengers at SummerSlam, LA Knight, to take on all 3 members of Gallus in a 2-on-3 handicap match. All that and more later on tonight, including a trios match as Kurt Angle will team up with Otis and Akira Tozawa of Alpha Academy to take on the makeshift team of Josh Alexander, Ethan Page, and Baron Corbin. That is going to be an epic trios match as Kit Wilson, again, the champion, in control. Elton Prince on the apron. Nakamura trying to knock Wilson off, and nice Hurricane Rana. Lots of chaos, lots of tension, because this is the final stop on the road to SummerSlam here tonight on SmackDown. And we saw that on Raw, the lariat by Wilson. Can this be enough to retain? And a kick out by Nakamura. That was how Kit Wilson was able to defeat Ludwig Kaiser this past week on Raw. And Wilson going for the Salida del Sol, perhaps. Shinsuke Nakamura able to get out of it. And Nakamura now, this could be his chance. Into a driver. The driver connects. Wilson could be down and out, but Nakamura still not satisfied. And Shinsuke Nakamura, of course, quite the in-ring specimen as well. Sure, recent months, ever since he lost the WWE Championship months and months ago, he hasn't been doing a lot, but Nakamura with a Kinshasa to Kit Wilson. This could be enough to win the 24/7 title. Nakamura's done it. Shinsuke Nakamura is the new 24/7 champion.
And the new 24/7 champion, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura returning to Universe Mode, returning to SmackDown in a very big way, as he has won his 2nd overall championship in his Universe Mode career, the 24/7 championship. And it's going to be quite interesting to see how Shinsuke Nakamura will reign as 24/7 champion going forward. But what a win for the former WWE champion and now current 24/7 champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on SmackDown. We have a bit of a situation going on backstage, as that is That is Swerve Strickland and Roman Reigns getting in a bit of an exchange backstage. Our cameras are picking up on the situation. Swerve Strickland is incensed, trying to attack the world champion Roman Reigns. Of course, all this stemming from this past week on Monday Night Raw. Oh, Roman with a Samoan drop. Who could forget at the ending of this past week's Monday Night Raw when Roman Reigns and The Rock attacked Swerve Strickland and the WWE Champion Seth Rollins with steel chairs at the end of the night. Clearly Swerve wanting his revenge, so now he's trying to get a shot in on Roman Reigns before the biggest party of the summer. Of course, Swerve Strickland will challenge Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of Night 1 of SummerSlam, and Swerve taking Reigns down. And for Swerve Strickland, this could be a very good strategy, trying to weaken the Tribal Chief before the big world title match in Detroit. Swerve Strickland just wanting to beat down on Roman for what Roman and Rock did to him and Seth on Monday. And Swerve with a shovel and beating down on the Tribal Chief. I don't remember the last time I've seen Roman beaten down this much. Reigns with a clothesline though. Reigns trying to fight back. And now Roman Reigns into the rock bottom on Swerve Strickland, an homage to his cousin The Rock. And Roman Reigns, of course, has gotten more and more egotistical since winning that world title from Eddie Kingston at All In a few months ago. And Swerve Strickland wants the throne for himself. Swerve Strickland, who many believe is an underdog heading into the world title match. Swerve Strickland trying to hold his own against one of, if not the most successful wrestler in Universe Mode today, Roman Reigns. Oh, into the concrete floor. This is in the parking area backstage. No security to be seen as Roman and Swerve are free to just beat the hell out of each other. And Roman Reigns trying to send a message to Swerve Strickland as now Roman Reigns heading to the parking lot. What the hell is the World Heavyweight Champion thinking? Roman Reigns walking in the parking lot with a stop sign. Look at this. Swerve Strickland heading towards Reigns. Reigns was waiting with a stop sign, and Swerve Strickland getting back to his feet. They are now in the parking lot backstage. Swerve with a stop sign, throwing it on the Tribal Chief. I don't think Reigns expected Swerve to get back to his feet. And Roman with another Uranagi on the floor. Roman Reigns is incensed. And now Reigns in with a guillotine choke on Swerve Strickland. Roman trying to soften up his challenger before SummerSlam. Reigns saying, this is your first PLE main event. To me, this is just another PLE. Roman Reigns has main evented several pay-per-views in Universe Mode. And Swerve, sending Reigns right into the hood of the car. And Strickland, oh my God, Frankensteiner on the stop sign to Roman Reigns. Swerve again with the stop sign. As Swerve Strickland opening the ambulance door. What the hell is Swerve Strickland thinking? Swerve Strickland opening the door of the ambulance. We have that just in case anybody ends up injured. Maybe it could be Roman Reigns. And Swerve Strickland is absolutely incensed, wanting revenge for what happened on Monday Night Raw. Now here on Smackdown, it is Swerve Strickland sending a message. Throwing Reigns right towards the wall as Swerve Strickland doesn't look like he's thinking of anything good here. Oh, no. Reigns up on the shoulders, into the driver, my God. Where the hell is security? Reigns might have CTE after this. Roman Reigns might not even be able to make it to SummerSlam. Swerve Strickland doesn't give a damn. For Swerve, this isn't even about the title match. This is about payback. This is about revenge for what Reigns and The Rock did to him and Seth Rollins. Swerve Strickland. Absolutely no respect left for our tribal chief. You see there Roman trying to recover for what Swerve just did to him. And Swerve, oh my God, throwing the stop sign from across the parking lot on Reigns' face. Trying to do something big. Reigns in the neck breaker. These guys are going to kill each other. Someone needs to get in there and stop this. Reigns and Strickland back and forth. And Roman Reigns able to fend off Swerve. A devastating backstage brawl right there between Roman Reigns and Swerve Strickland in our main event of night 1 of SummerSlam. It will be Swerve Strickland challenging Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. Will Swerve, the ultimate underdog, win his first World Championship, or will Roman Reigns have another victim in his world title reign? We will find out at SummerSlam, as hopefully we get a medical condition on either one of these two wrestlers after that devastating brawl that we have just witnessed. Well, hopefully we will provide a medical update on either Roman Reigns or Swerve Strickland by the end of the night. But we are moving on to a match with huge SummerSlam implications. A recent development here on Smackdown. Here comes Tiffany Stratton making her way to the ring here on Smackdown. We haven't seen her in quite some time here on Universe Mode, but she has a huge opportunity at SummerSlam if she can beat Becky Lynch here tonight on Smackdown.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Prior Lake, Minnesota, Tiffany Stratton.
And ladies and gentlemen, we picked up on the development that that Charlotte Flair, the SmackDown Women's Champion, and Tiffany Stratton have come up with some sort of deal. Tiffany Stratton scheduled to go one-on-one with Becky Lynch here tonight. If Tiffany Stratton can beat Becky Lynch, the Iron Survivor match at SummerSlam will not be for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Instead, Tiffany Stratton will take Charlotte Flair's place in the Iron Survivor, and the match will become a #1 contenders match to see who will face Charlotte Flair at Payback. For Becky Lynch, this is must win. Because originally scheduled at SummerSlam, it was supposed to be Charlotte Flair defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against Becky Lynch, Kairi Sane, Asuka, and a mystery woman in a 5-woman Iron Survivor match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. However, if Tiffany Stratton beats Becky Lynch here tonight, it will not be for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and Charlotte Flair will not be competing at SummerSlam, it would be Tiffany Stratton, Becky Lynch, Kairi Sane, Asuka, and whoever this mystery woman is in a #1 contenders match for the SmackDown Women's title at Payback. For Becky Lynch, if she wants that match to be for the title, this is must win. And also, Charlotte Flair has indeed agreed to be in Tiffany's corner here tonight, so she could also play a factor at ringside. So Becky Lynch, the odds are stacked up against her. Kairi Sane and Asuka, the Kabuki Warriors, nowhere to be found because in recent weeks, Becky Lynch has been tangled up with them as well. So obviously, Asuka and Kairi Sane doesn't give a damn about Becky Lynch's well-being. And this is the first time ever that these two ladies are going one-on-one here in Universe Mode. Becky Lynch and Tiffany Stratton. Becky Lynch, a former 2-time Raw Women's Champion here in Universe Mode. She wants to follow in Charlotte Flair's footsteps and win both the Raw and SmackDown Women's titles in her career. As Becky was in control for the time being, Tiffany now throwing Becky across the ring. You see the Women's Champ, Charlotte Flair, getting a very good look at ringside. And Tiffany Stratton, of course, she would love to compete at a PLE as big as SummerSlam and try to earn an opportunity at Charlotte Flair's SmackDown Women's Championship, because that's what Tiffany Stratton's been begging for ever since she burst on the scene here on SmackDown. If she wants that chance, she has to beat someone as big as Becky Lynch. Someone as big, someone as successful. And Tiffany Stratton's been successful in her own right. She was on a roll at one point in Universe Mode, picking up lots and lots of wins. And Tiffany Stratton clearly is upset that she wasn't considered for the Women's Iron Survivor. Oh, big drop kick on Becky Lynch, and with disrespect, blowing a kiss. We could very well see a card subject to change moment for SummerSlam. Might not be originally scheduled for the SmackDown Women's Championship. If Charlotte does not want to defend the title, you got to think maybe that's what it is. Maybe Charlotte Flair is not doing this as an act of kindness for Tiffany Stratton. This is so that way Charlotte Flair's title reign remains intact. Because Charlotte Flair, she doesn't have to be pinned or submitted in any of the decisions in the Iron Survivor to lose her SmackDown Women's Championship. And she will be defending it against 4 other women. So of course Charlotte Flair's not going to want to put that title on the line, have that much of a predicament. Ooh, Becky Lynch on a roll here. Into the Bexploder. And Tiffany Stratton back to her feet. This is a very fast-paced matchup. You can see Charlotte Flair getting a little bit almost anxious. Oh, Samoan drop by Tiffany. And now Tiffany, can she be the one heading to SummerSlam instead of Charlotte Flair? Becky Lynch kicks out at 2. You saw almost like an act of frustration by Charlotte Flair once she realized Becky Lynch kicked out of that cover, because there's still a chance that Becky Lynch can keep the SummerSlam match originally scheduled as it is. And Stratton throwing Lynch into the apron. Oh! Punch right to the face, and now a twist of fate. Lynch landing right in front of the Women's Champ. But Becky Lynch throwing Stratton right into the steel steps, right close to Charlotte Flair. An act of defiance by the man. And Becky Lynch celebrating with the SmackDown faithful. Oh, tried to go for a tope suicida. Tiffany Stratton was able to move right out of the way. Very smart by Tiffany. Becky Lynch crashed and burned at that moment. Oh, wait a minute. Becky able to go take Tiffany Stratton down. Try to go for the cover. Kick out by Stratton. Imagine if Becky Lynch stole the victory just like that. The fans are clamoring for the man. They want the women's title on the line in an Iron Survivor. Becky now on the top. Drop kick to Stratton. Lynch is trying everything in her power. Becky Lynch, who has been on a hell of a roll, very consistent in her wrestling ability since coming to SmackDown. Stratton taking Lynch down. Very athletic ability by Tiffany Stratton. A lot of people consider her the future of SmackDown. That future can be in just about a couple of days from now, as Stratton could be our next #1 contender. Oh! Stratton just planting Becky Lynch face first on the canvas. And Stratton going for the Swanton Bomb. Becky moves out of the way. There's still a chance. No. Elbow by Tiffany. Has Becky Lynch up and takes her down. Oh, but Becky able to get out of it. Very fast-paced matchup here on SmackDown. Huge SummerSlam implications. Becky Lynch into the cover for the win, and a kick out again by Stratton. You see a little bit of frustration coming off the face of Becky Lynch. Oh! Shot right in the gut by Tiffany. And Tiffany Stratton now. Oh, splash into the corner. But Becky wisely retreating to the apron. Could be angering Tiffany Stratton. Stratton gonna go for it again. Into the twist of fate on the rope. You could tell Tiffany Stratton clearly took influence from the Hardy Boys back in the day. And an elbow on the floor. And Tiffany Stratton now trying to soften up Becky Lynch. And this match could even favor Charlotte Flair, even if Flair has to defend the title on night 1 of SummerSlam, because Becky Lynch could be a non-factor heading into SummerSlam, because Becky Lynch would be softened up from this match against Tiffany Stratton. Oh, wait a minute. Becky into the disarmer. But she's got to be careful. The referee at a count of 8. Becky Lynch, get in the ring. Becky in the ring. Tiffany Stratton's out of it. Becky Lynch with the win here on SmackDown. The match will stay a title match. Becky Lynch injuring the arm of Tiffany Stratton on the outside of the ring, allowing her to get back in the ring just in time to win this match by countout. Becky Lynch beating Tiffany Stratton, which means Charlotte Flair will be competing at SummerSlam, which means that the SmackDown Women's Championship will be on the line at SummerSlam in an Iron Survivor match. The odds couldn't be any higher for Charlotte Flair, as she has to defend the SmackDown Women's Championship against Becky Lynch, Kairi Sane, Asuka, and a 5th participant to be revealed at SummerSlam. 5 women, 25 minutes, Iron Man match, Iron Survivor. Only one can walk out SmackDown Women's Champion. So this is going to be interesting. Who walks out SmackDown Women's Champion? We find out at SummerSlam. As we are back here on Smackdown, as it is time for a Smackdown Tag Team Title Eliminator match, as the champs are back. The Dudley Boys are here on the final Smackdown before SummerSlam.
Tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 595 pounds, the Smackdown Tag Team Champions, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
The last time we saw Bubba Ray and Devon was all the way back at Money in the Bank, where the Dudley Boys successfully defended the SmackDown Tag Team titles against the Motor City Machine Guns. Now the Dudley Boys willing to do an open challenge. Whoever wins against the Dudley Boys gets a shot. Who will it be? Well, who the hell is this? Oh, wait a minute. Mark Briscoe, Mr. Money in the Bank, is here.
From Delaware, weighing in at 229 pounds, Mark Briscoe.
We have not seen Mark Briscoe ever since Money in the Bank as well, when Mark Briscoe shocked the world and became Mr. Money in the Bank. Mark Briscoe can cash that contract in at any point within the next year against a champion of his choice. And Mark Briscoe wants a shot at the tag team titles, but who the hell is Mark Briscoe's partner? Of course, we know the tragedy revolving his brother Jay. Who did Mark Briscoe pick as a partner to try to go after the tag titles?
From Vancouver, British Columbia.
Oh ho!
210 pounds, Kyle O'Reilly.
It's been a while since we've seen this man, Kyle O'Reilly, agreeing to team up with Mr. Money in the Bank Mark Briscoe in this SmackDown Tag Team Championship Eliminator match. Of course, we haven't seen a whole lot of Kyle O'Reilly ever since Kyle O'Reilly failed to win the Hardcore Championship at Night of Champions a few months ago against main event Jey Uso. But Mark Briscoe bringing Kyle O'Reilly back into action as O'Reilly and Briscoe look to potentially earn themselves a SmackDown Tag Team title shot against the Dudley Boys. This is the reunion of the conglomeration. Kyle O'Reilly and Mark Briscoe reuniting here on SmackDown to make the most of this opportunity. Here we go. It is the Dudley Boys versus the conglomeration, as it'll be Mr. Money in the Bank Mark Briscoe starting off against Bubba Ray Dudley. And Briscoe will try to get the first shot in, but Bubba Ray, of course, a very big man. And of course, for Mark Briscoe, it's his first appearance here in Universe Mode ever since winning the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. A lot of people believe Mark Briscoe isn't really world championship material, but we've seen stranger things happen here on Universe Mode. Mark Briscoe won that match for his brother. Oh! And speaking of Mark and his brother Jay, of course, the Briscoes, two-time Raw Tag Team Champions. As a matter of fact, the Briscoes were the first ever Raw Tag Team Champions in Universe Mode history. Briscoe clearly looking to win the SmackDown Tag Team titles as well with Kyle O'Reilly. And O'Reilly's now legal, and Bubba Ray now is going to beat the hell out of Kyle here. Oh! Chopping O'Reilly apart. Who could forget the complicated rivalry between Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole in the past? We saw Adam Cole return this past Monday night on Raw in Universe Mode. And now Devon Dudley has Kyle O'Reilly to himself. Oh! Face first, and Devon showing a sign of intensity. Of course, the Dudley Boys have been champions ever since WrestleMania, when they defeated the Authors of Pain in a ladder match to win those championship belts. And the Dudleys have defended the titles against the likes of DIY, Chase University, the Motor City Machine Guns. The Dudley Boys have done very good for themselves. As Kyle was trying to tag in Mark Briscoe, and Bubba Ray was trying to put a stop to that, but you see Kyle fighting back here. Tag, Mark Briscoe tagged in again. And, oh, the knee by Mr. Money in the Bank. Imagine Mark Briscoe as World Heavyweight Champion at some point in the next year. But right now, Mark and Kyle of the conglomeration want the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Of course, that can't be a championship that Mark Briscoe can cash in his contract on. And that's why Briscoe and O'Reilly are trying to earn an opportunity. And Mark Briscoe doing very good. Can we see the conglomeration get an upset win here on SmackDown? As Briscoe again just trapping the arm of Bubba Ray Dudley. And now what does Mark have in mind? Oh, disaster kick. Tag to Devon. Tag to O'Reilly. Oh, big shot. O'Reilly's down. O'Reilly retreating to the outside. Trying to catch a quick breather. Oh, try to go for a big elbow. Devon saw it coming. This is why the Dudleys have been so successful as tag team champions. Oh, try to go for a boot. Look at O'Reilly stopping that and taking Devon down. Kyle O'Reilly yet to be a champion in his Universe Mode career. He could start now. Uh-oh, tag to Bubba Ray. This does not spell good for Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, double flatliners. And Bubba Ray's fired up, but here comes Mark Briscoe. Briscoe is in, and he is fired up. Briscoe with a barrage of strikes. Here's the cover to earn he and Kyle a tag title match. No. And now, Briscoe on the top, waiting for Bubba to get back to his feet. Oh, Briscoe, who's been on cloud 9 in recent months, I should say. Oh, Briscoe face first into the ring post. As Bubba Ray back to his feet. You can see Briscoe. Oh, wait a minute. What the hell? Bubba Ray going after Kyle. Kyle taken down on the apron. And Briscoe into the white noise. And you see Briscoe running towards his tag team partner, checking on him, seeing if Kyle O'Reilly is okay. Kyle has a huge history of injuries. Briscoe now back to his feet after assuring that Kyle is okay. Oh, and now Briscoe gonna return the favor. Gonna take out his partner. Devon taken out. And here we go. Briscoe is unglued here on SmackDown. This is how it feels when you are Mr. Money in the Bank and you have a guaranteed world title match within the next year. Anytime, any place. Briscoe trying to take out Devon. Devon bringing Mark back inside the ring. Briscoe trying to go for a clothesline. Bubba Ray now chopping Briscoe apart. Oh! Brutal takedown. And now Bubba Ray the cover. And a kick out again by Marky Mark. And Bubba. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. Briscoe able to counter. In with shoulder tackle. which causes enough separation to tag in Kyle O'Reilly. O'Reilly's legal yet again. This could be a good opportunity here. Here comes Kyle. Ooh, big takedown, and Bubba busted open. And Kyle with an axe handle. Frequent tags by the conglomeration here, as Mark Briscoe is lying in wait. Here we go. Gonna go for the double underhook pile driver. Do they earn a tag team title match? No. The conglomeration almost won the title eliminator, and a big neck breaker. Cover. And Kyle quickly saving the match for the conglomeration. The Dudleys almost had the match won. Bubba Ray with blood all over his head, all over his face. Back and forth battle in this title eliminator match. Title is not on the line here tonight, but if the conglomeration can beat the Dudley boys here tonight, they earn a title opportunity at some point within the near future. Devon Dudley trying to go for an attack on Mark. Realize that's not possible. Bubba Ray going after Mark. Devon going after Kyle O'Reilly here. Oh! Kyle landing hard on the apron. Oh! Bubba Ray pushing Mark and Devon with an axe handle right at the back of the neck. Kyle O'Reilly's been taken out. This is a perfect opportunity for the tag champs. Here we go. Into the 3D. 3D on Mark Briscoe. Here's the cover for the win. The Dudley boys beat the conglomeration here on Smackdown.
Here are your winners, Bubba Ray and Devon, the
The Dudley
Dudley Boys.
boys win this title eliminator. The tag team champions stand tall once again. Sure, it's been a while since we've seen them, but they never lose a beat. And the question now is, well, we know the conglomeration will not face the Dudley boys for the tag team titles, but the question is, who is next? Who will have the next opportunity to step toe-to-toe with the Dudley boys for the tag team championships? Hopefully, we find out at some point in the near future, but what a win for the Dudley boys here on Smackdown. As we are back here on Smackdown, what has been a very action-packed episode thus far, as we are set for trios action here on Smackdown, as here come once again the Alpha Academy.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring at a combined weight of 486 pounds.
Of course, last week on Smackdown, Otis and Akira Tozawa, the team known as Alpha Academy, was in a 2-on-1 handicap match against the walking weapon Josh Alexander. Alexander was able to get the victory over these two men, but in terms of tonight, Otis and Tozawa are back in action as they team up with the WWE Hall of Famer and Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle to take on Josh Alexander, Ethan Page, and Baron Corbin. Can Otis and Tozawa live up to the task, or will they be put down yet again? As here comes the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle is back. Listen to that ovation.
From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 237 pounds, Kurt Angle.
Of course, this is Kurt Angle's second overall Universe Mode match. His third will be on night 2 of SummerSlam as he goes one-on-one with Josh Alexander. When Kurt Angle made his Universe Mode debut a couple of weeks back, Josh Alexander cost Kurt Angle that match against Baron Corbin, allowing Corbin to defeat Kurt Angle. This is Angle's second match in Universe Mode as he teams up with Alpha Academy to take on Alexander, Ethan Page, and Baron Corbin. Can Angle get the job done with Alpha Academy by his side? As here comes the man who's been running roughshod.
Weighing in at 240 pounds,
Josh Alexander, who has been making tons of enemies ever since bursting onto the scene in Universe Mode back at Night of Champions. Josh Alexander, who's battled the likes of Swerve Strickland, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Alpha Academy in recent weeks. Josh Alexander now finds himself the target of a WWE Hall of Famer in Kurt Angle. Josh Alexander knows he has to put Angle down if he wants some bigger and better opportunities in his Universe Mode career. If he wants a chance at championship gold. Josh Alexander, not a lot has really gone his way up until fairly recently in his Universe Mode career. Josh Alexander now has a couple of friends in Ethan Page and Baron Corbin, as Josh Alexander tries to take down Kurt Angle and the Academy here tonight. As here comes a man we haven't really seen since Money in the Bank.
and from Canada, weighing in at 225 pounds, Ethan Page.
All ego Ethan Page. Last time we saw him, he teamed up with Josh Alexander to take on the team of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Of course, Owens and Zayn managed to win that match. Ethan Page returning to Universe Mode to back up his boy once again. Of course, the team of Alexander and Ethan Page were known as the North. Of course, former TNA Tag Team Champions together, now reuniting as part of the Blue brand here on SmackDown. Ethan Page, very egotistical, hence the name. Definitely a future champion here on Universe Mode. And speaking of champions, here's a former champion, former United States champion, the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. As I apologize, we are back here on Universe Mode. Baron Corbin making his way to the ring for this trios match. Of course, you got to think Baron Corbin probably owing Josh Alexander a favor from that week on Smackdown where Kurt Angle lost to Baron Corbin. So here we go. Ooh, Josh Alexander targeting Kurt Angle. In the corner, you see Baron Corbin beating the hell out of Akira Tozawa. Ethan Page going after the big man Otis. Right now it's Team Josh that is in control over Team Kurt in this trios match. Of course, first man who gains pinfall or submission will earn the victory for their team. Right now, Kurt Angle is just getting pummeled on all cylinders. And now Corbin, Alexander going after Otis. You see Akira Tozawa now getting pummeled by Ethan Page. It seems like Josh Alexander came in with a game plan, which is just beat the hell out of everybody. Look at Ethan Page, a rock bottom now to Akira Tozawa. And Baron Corbin, these guys, you know, I hate to say it, but if they choose to stay together here in Universe Mode, they could be quite the intimidating force. Corbin now with a bear hug in on Otis. And Otis trying to get out of it. You see blood on Otis's face as well. Alexander double underhook suplex to Kurt. And Otis fighting back. Otis fighting back against Baron Corbin. And now going after Alexander. The big man is fighting here. I don't even think Ethan Page realizes. Looking to fly, takes out Akira. As now it is one-on-one, Alexander and Otis. Ethan Page bringing Akira Tozawa back inside the ring. And Otis fighting back. Look at Kurt Angle clothesline Ethan Page. And a suplex on the outside. As now it is both members of Alpha Academy, a lot like last week, 2-on-1 against Josh Alexander. Meanwhile, it's 2-on-1 on the outside. Corbin and Page against Kurt Angle. Akira Tozawa on the top. Otis trying to come to Kurt's aid. Axe handle by Tozawa takes to Josh Alexander down. It is chaos all around the arena here. Which one of these two trios will get the victory? That is what we are trying to find out here. Guys, where the fuck did my phone go? Oh, it's right there. Now Otis into a big slam to Corbin. You see Kurt Angle standing in the middle of the ring. I think he's possibly waiting for Josh Alexander to step up to the plate. You see Josh Alexander targeting Akira Tozawa. Powerbomb on the outside. Into a Samoan drop. And Otis getting taken down by Josh as well. Kurt Angle takes out Corbin. Corbin down and out by Kurt Angle. And now it's Alexander waiting in the ring. Akira Tozawa stepping up. Josh Alexander saying, all right. Otis is in the ring as well. Otis into a pop-up powerbomb. Into the cover for the victory. Here tonight, Ethan Page back in the fray. Akira Tozawa into the Shining Wizard. Will Team Angle get the victory? Cover by Tozawa after the Shining Wizard. Kick out at 2 by Page. Kurt Angle removing the straps. Angle looking to fly. Crashed and burned. A Tozawa tope to a seat on Page. So much action happening all at once here on Smackdown. Baron Corbin targeting Otis. Kurt Angle brought back in the ring by Alexander. Josh Alexander trying to go after the gold medalist. Otis from behind, throwing Alexander. Ethan Page trying to save his buddy. Cover by Otis. And a kick out by Alexander at the last moment. Corbin in the ring. Shoulder tackled Otis. Meanwhile, Kurt into the fisherman suplex on Page. Alexander trying to go for a big move. Otis saying no. Angle signaling the end. Tozawa on a senton bomb to Otis' own partner. Angle lays out Corbin. What a trios match here on SmackDown. Action fast and furious. Alexander again with a leg lock in on Tozawa. No rope breaks. Tozawa breaking free of that hold. Meanwhile, Ethan Page. Ethan Page, the North. Look at this. The Ego's Edge and the ankle lock. Ego's Edge and the ankle lock. Go for it. Angle kicks out. The referee was looking at Alexander's submission first. Is Ethan Page going to go for it again? No. Alexander into an armbar. The armbar being applied. Will Tozawa get out of this? He will. Angle. Wait a minute. Angle breaking free into the ankle lock on Ethan Page. Alexander saying no. Everyone going after the Olympian. Corbin takes Angle down. And Otis trying to enter the fray. Alexander into a shoulder tackle. Calling for the end here. Baron Corbin. End of days. Cover. Hug of the leg. Corbin and company win. You've got to be kidding me. Everything seems to be coming up Josh Alexander. For the second time, Baron Corbin with a pinfall victory over Kurt Angle. And for the second time, Josh Alexander getting the better of Alpha Academy. As at SummerSlam in Night 2, the walking weapon Josh Alexander will go one-on-one against the WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle. Will Josh Alexander pick up the biggest win in his Universe Mode career, or will Kurt Angle prove that he can hang with today's generation? We find out on Night 2 of SummerSlam. Well, we are back here on SmackDown as it is time for more women's division action, as here comes Blair Davenport, who's been at a bit of odds with Lyra Valkyria over recent weeks, and it will culminate at SummerSlam we'll talk about it more as Blair Davenport making her entrance to the ring here as she goes one-on-one with Hikaru Shida.
Making her way to the ring from Wellington, New Zealand, Blair Davenport.
Blair Davenport, who in recent weeks has been aligned with Bullet Club Gold, and that is why at SummerSlam in night 2 it will be a mixed tag team match as Jay White and Blair Davenport of Bullet Club Gold will take on Will Ospreay and Lyra Valkyria. An absolute interesting development in the war between United Empire and Bullet Club Gold. Of course, speaking of Switchblade Jay White, we will see him in our main event where he goes one-on-one with the honorary member of United Empire, the phenomenal AJ Styles. Of course, AJ Styles will team up with Aussie Open at SummerSlam to take on Juice Robinson and the Guns of Bullet Club Gold. As Blair Davenport in the ring, as here comes Hikaru Shida. Hikaru Shida, of course, the first ever women's Money in the Bank holder. Of course, though, Hikaru Shida failed her Money in the Bank cash-in. But Hikaru Shida is back here on the blue brand looking to make up for that loss. Could you imagine an upset win for Hikaru Shida if she defeats Blair Davenport here tonight? Of course, Hikaru Shida has been looking for redemption for the longest time because she was unable to cash in successfully and win the Raw Women's Championship all the way back at Season 1. Here we go. Hikaru Shida one-on-one against Blair Davenport here on Smackdown. And of course, Blair Davenport and Lyra Valkyria had a bit of a vicious assault backstage just last week, so it's going to be interesting to see if Blair Davenport is at 100% heading into this matchup and heading into the match at SummerSlam where she teams up with Switchblade Jay White to take on Lyra Valkyria and Will Ospreay. And Blair Davenport, who's been very vocal about not wanting Lyra Valkyria in WWE for whatever reason. And Blair Davenport has been very, very vocal about her lack of opportunities in her Universal career. Blair Davenport yet to be a champion in her Universal career, yet to even receive a title opportunity in her Universal career. And Blair Davenport just absolutely living up to the hate that the fans are showing her. My God, a boot right across the skull of Hikaru Shida. As now Davenport on the top, waiting for Shida to get back to her feet. Into the dropkick connects. And it's unfortunate for Hikaru Shida to be receiving this type of treatment. My God. Shida is getting punished here. But Blair Davenport doesn't give a damn. You gotta think Switchblade Jay White and the rest of Bullet Club Gold are watching on, very happy about this. The viciousness of Blair Davenport on display in recent weeks has been something to enjoy. Davenport again on the top. Waiting for Shida to get back to her feet yet again, and another drop kick. And this has just been a mugging here. Cover. Blair Davenport and a kick out very quickly in the match. And Shida could be her chance to get back in the match. No. Davenport quickly into an amazing suplex. I have never seen Hikaru Shida get this woman handled like this. And Hikaru Shida trying to get back in the contest. Here we go. This is the Hikaru Shida we all know. And the fans in attendance loving this. Hikaru Shida trying her hardest. Last time we saw Hikaru Shida, she lost in Becky Lynch's SmackDown debut. Into the driver. Shida into the cover for the victory here on SmackDown. Almost got the win. Could you imagine if Shida got the victory just like that? And Shida is ready. Here we go. Boom. Big kick. Can Shida pick up the upset against Davenport? She got it. Hikaru Shida has defeated Blair Davenport.
Here is your winner.
You've got to be kidding me. Blair Davenport just lost clean to Hikaru Shida. As how is that going to play in the confidence level of Blair Davenport heading into SummerSlam, where she teams up with Switchblade Jay White to take on Will Ospreay and Lyra Valkyria. Lyra Valkyria didn't even make an appearance here tonight. Hikaru Shida with a clean victory over Blair Davenport, as that has got to play into the psyche of Blair heading into SummerSlam. As it is time for our co-main event here on the final SmackDown before SummerSlam, as here comes the megastar, L.A. Knight, making his way to the ring.
The following is a 3-on-2 tag team handicap match. Making his way to the ring from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 241 pounds, L.A.
Of course, last week on SmackDown, for some reason, that segment was cut out of our stream. It was our main event. LA Knight was in a gauntlet turmoil match against all 3 members of Gallus. If LA Knight was able to beat all 3 members of Gallus, LA Knight would be added to the Jey Uso and Joe Coffey Hardcore Championship match at SummerSlam, and that was exactly what LA Knight did. It is now a triple threat match at SummerSlam, but in terms of tonight, LA Knight has to team with the champion, main event Jey Uso, to take on Gallus. And look at this, it smells like new championship in the house. Jey Uso with an updated Hardcore Championship belt.
And from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, the WWE Hardcore Champion, main event, Jey Uso.
And Jey Uso, of course, a man who never backs down from a fight. But at SummerSlam, Jey Uso does not have to be pinned or submitted at SummerSlam to lose that Hardcore Championship around his waist. Jey Uso, who has been holding that championship ever since WrestleMania, where he defeated Wardlow to win that belt. Jey Uso now is forced to defend that title in a triple threat match against Joe Coffey and LA Knight. It's going to be quite the challenge for Jey Uso at SummerSlam, but in terms of LA Knight and Jey Uso, they got a bit of a challenge of their own right in terms of tonight, as Gallus has arrived. These boys have run roughshod.
741 pounds. Mark Coffey, Joe Coffey, and Wolfgang Gallus.
Over recent months, Gallus have made their presence known on the blue brand, sick and tired of waiting around for opportunities. It was a couple of weeks ago where Joe Coffey of Gallus earned this opportunity at SummerSlam by getting a one-on-one pinfall victory over the champion Jey Uso. And LA Knight earned his way into this match by beating all three of these boys in a gauntlet eliminator match. Now, all three members of Gallus have an advantage in terms of tonight because it'll be a 3-on-2 handicap match against LA Knight and the hardcore champ Jey Uso in our co-main event, as it'll be LA Knight starting off the match against Mark Coffey. Here we go, handicap action happening right now. And LA Knight and Jey Uso, you gotta think, for this match, will they be able to coexist? Originally, a lot of people thought that LA Knight was going to be the next in line to challenge Jey Uso because LA Knight won a coffin match against Darby Allin at Money in the Bank. Oh, Knight wanted to suplex Mark Coffey into a big suplex of his own. You gotta think, after last week, LA Knight could still be feeling the effects. He had to beat 3 men in one night back to back. That is how LA Knight earned that title shot at SummerSlam. For Joe Coffey, he just beat Jey Uso. That was all he had to do to be in part of the second biggest pay-per-view of the year. And speaking of Joe, he is now legal after being tagged in from his brother Mark. But it's not just Joe Coffey who's been causing a scene, it's all of Gallus. Gallus saying they're sick of waiting around, and look at Joe Coffey getting right in the face of Jey Uso, disrespecting LA Knight and sending the Megastar over the top. And now Coffey putting his hands on the champion, attacking Jey Uso, and Wolfgang going after LA Knight, bringing him in the ring. The advantage of the Gallus boys showing here. Knight taking out Mark. And now going after Wolfgang. Oh, cheap shot though by Wolf. And Jey Uso reaching for the tag. Jey Uso getting the tag by Knight. Here comes the champion. I'll try to go for the clothesline. Joe Coffey saying no. And of course, Joe Coffey has never lived up the time he pinned Jey Uso. Wolfgang now legal. Oh, big clothesline right to the back of the champion. Cover. Jey with a kick out. And Jey Uso, of course, a very long reign as Smackdown Tag Team Champions alongside his brother, Jimmy Uso. Jimmy now a part of the Raw roster. Jey Uso has done quite amazing for himself in singles competition this past year. True breakout year for Jey Uso. Here's the cover by Jey for the victory. Oh, and a kick out by Wolfgang. Jey Uso would love nothing more than to keep his championship reign going a little while longer. Here we go. In we'll roll through. This is the second time ever in Universe Mode that Jey Uso and LA Knight have teamed up together Of course, the first time was against just Mark Coffey and Wolfgang of Gallus. Gallus was able to win the last time around. Can LA Knight and Jey Uso win this time around? Especially now that there's all 3 members involved in the match. LA Knight taking Wolfgang down. It looks like Joe Coffey, legal yet again. And Coffey into a big power bomb tonight. Of course, Gallus dominated NXT UK for years. Oh, here we go. Now the brothers. Oh, look at these two. Locked and loaded double shoulder tackle. And now it is Mark. That's legal. LA Knight retreating, trying to get out of harm's way. But Mark Coffey picking Knight up. Slams him hard onto the barricade. But Mark Coffey quickly sending LA Knight inside the ring. This match continues. Into another shoulder tackle. Ooh. Got to go for something there. LA Knight able to avoid it. And connects with a neck breaker. LA Knight, who's one of the most popular members of the Smackdown roster. Could very well be calling him hardcore champion come SummerSlam. Tag to Jey Uso yet again. And here comes, no! Mark Coffey into a shoulder tackle. And Jey Uso getting pummeled here. Jey sent over the top rope. And Wolfgang, oh, Jey saw it coming. Trying to fight back against all the members of Gallus. Mark Coffey trying to take out LA Knight. Well, Jey tried to help, didn't really work out in his favor. Into the Uranagi. And Mark Coffey now. Oh, wait a minute. Jey into the elbow. Jey Uso, who's faced off against some of the very best SmackDown has to offer, including men like Kyle O'Reilly, Mike Santana, Damian Priest, LA Knight, and Jey Uso now with a spine buster to Mark. And Jey sending Mark into the corner yet again, setting up a tag to LA Knight. LA Knight and Jey Uso, you could tell that they don't really like each other, but it's about putting Gallus down. The stable that has made both their lives a living hell in recent weeks. LA going for the cover. On Gallus, kick out again. Almost it for Jey Uso and LA Knight there. And LA Knight now. Oh! Looks like Mark Coffey now busted open. And LA going for another swinging neck breaker. Mark Coffey of Gallus saying no. Into an uppercut. Sending Knight down. As Joe Coffey legal yet again. Joe Coffey staring right at the hardcore champion. As now he's trying to get back to his feet. LA Knight though. Back to his feet, taking Joe Coffey down. Ooh. And a big shot right at the top of the head. And LA Knight again. Gonna just revel in this momentum. Can we be looking at the next hardcore champion? BFT. Blunt force trauma. But Mark instantly breaking up the cover. And LA Knight is pissed. Has Mark up. Takes him down. But now the numbers game coming into effect as Joe Coffey. Tag to Wolfgang. Now you can see the 3-on-2 advantage. As Joe and Wolfgang taking LA Knight down. Knight trying to roll out of the ring. And the much bigger Wolfgang the enforcer of Gallus. Wolfgang signaling the end and takes LA Knight down. You could hear the fans' disdain for Gallus. LA Knight. Oh my God. What a throw by Knight. No regard. And Knight just looking straight at Mark Coffey. And LA Knight gonna do the same thing again. Where is LA Knight getting this energy from? LA Knight. This is why he was added to the match at SummerSlam. And now Jey Uso. Can he take advantage of this momentum? Sending Wolfgang into the corner. Shot right to the leg. Uso. Always trying to go for the stand-up 1D. Oh! Shot right to the face by Wolfgang. Jey Uso could be in big trouble here. Spear! Spear by Wolfgang. Cover on the champion. And Gallus almost got it. So you could see the frustration on Wolfgang's face. LA Knight was even considering trying to break up the cover because he thought it was going to be too late. Wolfgang with a cutter now. Trying to go to the top, but a tag to Knight. And look at Wolfgang. Wolfgang's pissed now, beating the hell out of LA Knight. Oh! It seems like after last week, Gallus don't want to see LA Knight's face for making Gallus look bad. And I don't really blame him. Wolfgang on the top. Swanton bomb missed. Another tag to Jey. Jey Uso now. Looking down on Wolfgang. What has he got in mind? Ooh, headbutt. And ooh, instantly taking in more Coffey. Oh, big kick. Barely grazed Jey Uso. Jey is still fighting. No selling that kick. And taking Mark Coffey down. Another tag tonight. Frequent tags by these two trying to keep each other fresh. Very smart strategy by Jey Uso and LA Knight. LA collapsing into the cover, trying to win this match, and another kick out. Another shot by Knight. Trying to weaken Mark Coffey here. Drop kick connects. You can see the blood all over the face of Mark Coffey. LA Knight dragging the carcass away from the ropes. As it looks like Knight is considering a double team. He is. These two unlikely allies working together. And Wolfgang's legal. Jay's putting the ones up. Spear! Spear out of nowhere. Cover. Hook of the leg. Jey Uso. No! Kick out of 2.5. Jey thought he had him. And Jay's attacking everyone. Joe Coffey. Mark with a cheap shot. Jey Uso thought he had the match won with the spear. It is chaos here on Smackdown. LA Knight bringing Wolfgang back inside the ring. And I think I could hear shots landing from outside. It appears LA Knight trying to take care of the rest of Wolfgang on the outside of the ring. But Wolfgang getting back in this fight. Oh, clothesline. And an elbow. How the hell are Jey Uso And LA Knight supposed to win this. As Jay now. Oh, Wolfgang able to counter into a spear of his own yet again. Cover. Hook of the leg, and LA Knight instantly breaks up the cover. Very smart strategy there by LA Knight. But Jey Uso's just going to get more and more punishment because of it. Wolfgang could be looking to fly yet again, and he does, taking out the champion. Roll through by Jay, sending Wolfgang into those steel steps. SummerSlam is going to be a wild couple of nights. One of the most stacked pay-per-view cards, maybe the most stacked pay-per-view card in all of Universe Mode history. DDT by Jey Uso. Tag to LA Knight yet again. LA Knight wants to build up more momentum to SummerSlam. Can he hit another BFT? He does. Can LA Knight and Jey Uso win? No. Wolfgang getting saved again by Mark Coffey. And LA Knight is pissed. LA Knight trying to attack Mark Coffey. Mark saying no. Oh! Knee right to the face by Mark. LA Knight trying to attack the members of Gallus. How about one of his opponents at SummerSlam, Joe Coffey, getting taken out. And Wolfgang throwing Knight back inside the ring. Oh, Mark again with the knee. LA Knight now busted open. But can LA Knight get the victory for he and Jay? No. Takedown. Wolfgang with the strikes again. What a handicap match here on Smackdown. And we still have our main event coming up next. AJ Styles going one-on-one against Switchblade Jay White. Ooh. And now it's Joe Coffey, who's legal yet again. And Joe Coffey taking out both his opponents at SummerSlam. Joe Coffey trying to keep at this pace. LA Knight trying to fight back. Joe Coffey saying no. Can we be calling Joe Coffey our next hardcore champion? Jey Uso is still stunned inside the ring, but Joe Coffey does not give a damn. Mark legal yet again. The Coffey brothers and Wolfgang, the team known as Gallus. LA Knight trying to get out of this. Going for the elbows which connect. Another cover, trying to get the win, and again it is Joe Coffey. Jey Uso legal yet again. This match has been going on for quite some time. That's because we can't have a definitive winner yet. Jay, though, has a plan. Gonna go for the single leg Boston Crab. Oh, Mark is probably gonna tap there. And now a Bulldog connects. Takes Uso down. And you just hear the fans boo every time Gallus has a little bit of momentum in this match. Went for a spine buster. Gallus with a thumb right of the eye. Coffey into the cover. And a kick out again by Jey Uso. Tag to Wolfgang. And another double team attempt by Gallus. Wolfgang is legal. Jey Uso rolling out of the ring. And now LA Knight being targeted. LA, though, trying to fight back. Oh, and Knight taken out. Jey Uso trying to save the matchup. Of course, at SummerSlam, their opponents, tonight their partners. And Mark Coffey trying to get involved. And Wolfgang, again taken out by LA Knight, but Mark Coffey attacking Jey Uso. Gallus boys getting more and more chaotic by the week. Jey, get in the ring. Oh, fuck, he's glitching. Get in the ring. No, I'm not having this happen. In the ring, please. Thank you. Not having the glitching being the reason why the match ended. As Jey Uso back inside the ring, this match continues. Oh, another double team. Oh, this is old Uso's playbook. Jey holding the leg. And LA Knight going after the other one. That is old Uso's playbook. It appears Jey Uso and LA Knight did a bit of communicating before the match began. And now LA Knight. Look at the strikes. LA Knight is going ham. This is the LA Knight we all know and love. And now, Joe Coffey gonna get it again. By courtesy of LA Knight. Gonna go for the strikes yet again. No, Wolfgang. Sending Knight back inside the ring. Knight trying to get back to his feet. Went for a boot. Roll through. Looked like Knight was gonna go for the BFT. Wolfgang saying no. Doesn't want any part of it. Going for the cover. For the victory. Kick out at 2 by Knight. What is it going to take for one of these two teams? Oh, one lucky shot. Shades of Logan Paul. One lucky shot. Whoa. Uso wanted the spear. Hidden blade by Mark Coffey. Is this it for the win? LA Knight at the last moment. Oh, Mark Coffey staring right at LA Knight. Whoa, counter. Oh, Jey. Gonna go for it again. The hidden blade. Again, Mark Coffey into the cover. On Uso. Gallus with the win again. What the hell is gonna stop this team? Gallus boys stay on top. And that statement holds true after a hard-fought victory over the hardcore champion Jey Uso and LA Knight. But come SummerSlam, can we call Joe Coffey of Gallus the new hardcore champion? Because at SummerSlam, Jey Uso will defend the hardcore championship against LA Knight and Joe Coffey in a triple threat match. Jey Uso does not have to be pinned or submitted to lose the championship. It is all up for grabs. Who will walk out of SummerSlam hardcore champion? We'll find out at SummerSlam, but what a win for Gallus here on Smackdown. It is main event time on our final Smackdown before SummerSlam, as here comes the former undisputed WWE Champion and the honorary member of United Empire, AJ Styles, returns to Smackdown, the house that he built.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the OC from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
It was last week on SmackDown where it was revealed that Will Ospreay handpicked AJ Styles to even the odds for the United Empire against the Bullet Club Gold. And then it was also revealed that at SummerSlam, it'll be a trios match as AJ Styles will team up with Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis, Aussie Open, to take on Bullet Club Gold's Juice Robinson and the Guns, while Will Ospreay will team up with Lyra Valkyria to take on Jay White and Blair Davenport. But in terms of tonight, AJ Styles will go one-on-one with the former Intercontinental Champion Switchblade Jay White. You see Juice Robinson accompanying Jay White to the ring.
And his opponent from Auckland, New Zealand, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Witchblade Jay White.
Of course, Jay White and Will Ospreay, so much history, especially here in Universe Mode, back when both men were in All Elite Wrestling early in Season 1. And Jay White, of course, was brought to SmackDown after winning the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. He lost that championship to Eric Rowan at Backlash earlier this year. Who would have thought we would ever see Switchblade Jay White go one-on-one against AJ Styles here on Universe Mode, let alone on an episode of SmackDown, a WrestleMania-worthy match, being the main event of the final SmackDown before SummerSlam. It is happening right now. AJ Styles, Jay White, two former leaders of Bullet Club, meeting right now. Match is underway. AJ Styles trying to get an opening. You see Will Ospreay in AJ Styles' corner. Juice Robinson in Jay White's corner. And Jay White now getting an opening. Still fairly early in this match. Both men need to find their vertical base. Both men probably spent time studying each other's matches. Of course. Oh, Rainmaker by Jay White. These two of New Japan Pro Wrestling's greatest exports. Both these men have won championships everywhere they've gone. But AJ Styles, he is here for a bigger reason. As a favor to Will Ospreay and to shut down the group that is mimicking the group that AJ Styles created in Bullet Club. Jay White back inside the ring. AJ still fighting strong. Oh, wait a minute. Jay White. Shot right to the leg of AJ Styles. AJ has a history of injuries. Kept up by AJ Styles. And now Jay White. No. AJ just doing well here. Ooh, shot right to the leg of his own right. These two men, good counters for any of the moves they're attempting. But Jay White, beautiful suplex, connecting on the former WWE champion. Last week, AJ Styles defeated Juice Robinson in one-on-one competition. Now it's Jay White's turn to try to beat AJ. Will Ospreay shouting words of encouragement. Jay White with a cover, quick kick out. And Jay White. He's been wanting this match just as badly as we all do. So this is a blessing in disguise. Jay White finally gets the match he's always wanted. AJ right in the outside, right in front of Will Ospreay at ringside. And Jay White into the axe handle. But AJ Styles able to get out of it and throws White right into the steel steps. Will Ospreay loving what he is seeing, this intensity by AJ Styles, the intensity that United Empire really lacked. Down to 6, both men back inside the ring. This match continues in our main event. Jay White now, drop down. Ooh, Styles able to get out of it. Beautiful transition into the calf crusher, middle of the ring. But Jay White able to get out of it quickly. Wait a minute, no. Styles into the neck breaker, beautiful move. We saw that with LA Knight moments ago. And AJ gonna go for it. Has Jay White in perfect position into the Styles clash. Cover, hook of the leg, and Jay White kicks out. AJ almost had the match won. Jay White at the last possible moment able to kick out. You hear the fans shouting fight forever. And AJ thinking, what do I have to do? Oh, taking out White. White retreating the outside. Oh, but Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson on the outside. Yelling at AJ Styles, the man that AJ beat last week. And Jay White into the neck breaker from behind. That damn fool, Juice Robinson. Judo throw by White. Oh, went for the knee. Styles moved out of the way. Jay White thought he was going to get an easy victory from that. AJ now throwing White down. What our main event we have here tonight. Jay White has Styles into the back suplex. AJ landing hard. Cover to beat the former WWE champion. Jay White has beaten AJ Styles in our main event.
Here is your winner, the Witchblade, Jay White.
Jay White with a pinfall victory over AJ Styles in our main event. When Will Ospreay thought he outsmarted Bullet Club Gold with the inclusion of AJ Styles in United Empire, it appears to be wrong, as Jay White defeating the honorary member of United Empire AJ Styles in our main event as we head full steam ahead to SummerSlam. What a victory for Switchblade Jay White. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will have to conclude episode 28 of Smackdown here in our Universe mode, our final episode before SummerSlam. Be on the lookout for night 1 and night 2 of SummerSlam heading to you on Universe mode. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on so that way you never miss an upload. And ladies and gentlemen, until next time, this has been your boy Willie Does Wrestling. I will see you in the next video. Be good people, and peace.